Today, I want to show you how I research a topic using Emacs and Org Mode. The process is deliberately simple. This is just the approach that works for me right now. Taking notes sounds trivial, but I think many people struggle with them for exactly this reason. Before writing anything, we start asking questions. How should I take this note? How should I format it? Does it have to fit into my Zettelkasten? Does it have to be perfect from the beginning? Before I start researching, I keep three things in mind. Nothing has to be definitive. I want to keep the process simple, and the note may turn out to be completely useless. Accepting those three things makes the whole process much easier. First things first, slow down. A research note does not have to be definitive. You can always change it, restructure it, or throw it away. Next, I keep things simple. Formatting can wait, so can the final structure. I can take care of those details later. The note may still turn out to be useless. That is not a failure. I created it to find out whether the topic was worth pursuing. If it was not, that is completely fine. With those assumptions out of the way, let's get started. I usually create a new org file and give it a trivial title. I tag these notes as fleet, which is simply how I mark them as temporary. Later, I either turn the note into something permanent or drop it. As you can see, there's not much in the file yet, just a title, a date, and the fleet tag. That is enough for now. For this demonstration, I will research a program called Age. I am considering it as a replacement for my current GNU PG setup. I will look through the repository, its issues, and its discussions to find out whether it fits my workflow. Importantly, the research does not have to end with a switch. It may give me enough evidence to reject Age and understand why it does not fit. That would still be a useful result. Next, I add a heading called Resources. Whenever I find something interesting, I add it as a subheading. That keeps every source directly inside the note. I keep the resources at the top of the note. Below them, I can add my own thoughts whenever something becomes relevant. Whether to write prose depends on the person. I rarely write prose while researching, but it can help me narrow down a messy thought. So let's try it. For me, it also depends on the topic. Most of the time, I avoid polished prose while I am still researching, but when my thoughts are all over the place, a few paragraphs help me narrow them down. I try to write as much as possible in my own words. That helps me understand the topic and see whether the note actually covers everything I need. At this point, I have captured my thoughts, the pain points I found, a fallback, and the areas I would need to migrate. This is usually where I can tell whether switching is actually worth it. That is really all there is to it. What happens next depends on the result. I either start experimenting with the tool or leave the note alone for a few days, sometimes even a few weeks. Then I can think it through before doing something I may regret. That is everything I wanted to show you. If you have questions or suggestions, leave them below. And with that, happy hacking